What up? What up? What up? What up? Here I be. Surprise, surprise. It's me. It's me. It's the one and only Piano Man here on Keeping It a Buck crew. They really don't even know I'm on. I just shot them a text and say, if you got a minute, meet me over there at YouTube right now. Because I've got some questions. What's up, DSG? What's going on with you? DSG, I want to bring, I see you, Dwight, my producer. DSG, I want to run something by you. I don't want you to go nowhere because I think you're going to be interested in what I have to say. What's up, Zach? Good to see you, my man. I'm doing pretty good, Zach. I see you, Dwight. What's up, Nick Harden? My friend, my brother. Y'all, I've got some questions and I need some. Y'all, listen, all y'all smarter than I am, okay? Y'all smarter than me. I learned to be humble in this thing. You all are smarter than me, okay? But I have some questions. I'm gonna hop right to it. I'm cutting through all the foolishness, okay? But before I do that, I promise you, before I do that, DSG, I went back and I know that we all hang out with Kangaroo Black. He's probably gonna kill me when I say this. But I went back, DSG, and I went and looked at Georgia's schedule. Now, at first I was with Kangaroo saying, yeah, y'all gonna lose some multiple games. And I still think you are, but it will not be as many as people are thinking it is. So I'm gonna say this, I'm gonna go on record and say this, DSG. Because I just believe in giving credit where credit is due. I'm not no whiny, kissy, or whatever you want to say it. I'm just realistic, okay? For folks that's going to write Georgia off, you might want to write them on. I went back and looked at their schedule. Their schedule is very, very favorable. The very first game they play Marshall. The second game that they play is Austin Peay. The third game that they play is Tennessee. And then the fourth game that they play is the team that they can't beat. And that's when Georgia and Alabama play, I am predicting already for Georgia to be 3-0. They'll win their first three games. At first, listen to me. At first, before Tennessee started going through all their problems, I believe that Tennessee was going to beat them because they go on the road. Georgia goes on the road to play Tennessee. But now that Tennessee is in this disarray, Georgia gonna probably beat them to sleep. Now that's just my prediction now, but I just wanted DSG to know that I went back and looked at their schedule. I'll be talking about everybody's schedule here in later shows and this, that, and the third. But while it was on my mind, DSG B84, I just had to go on and tell you, bruh, y'all schedule is very, very favorable. Now, do you have some hard games along the way? You sure do, just like we all do. LSU opens with Clemson. Oh, yeah. I'm with you, Dwight. That's going to be the game that's going to get College Game Day. If College Game Day don't be at that game, I guarantee you, if College Game Day does not be at the Bama Georgia game, but check this out, they'll be at the Georgia Texas game. Book it. They will be at the at the Texas Georgia game. Book it. But if both Bama and Georgia are 3-0, both College Game Day will be at that game. They'll be at Bama, Georgia. But I'm predicting it now that when Bama and Georgia play, both teams should be 3-0. That's going to be That's going to be a nice game. That's going to be a fire game. But we all know how that game is going to turn out, right? Right. Just want to know. What's up, KT? KT. I don't know why my dog is in there stressing. You know, I don't know what the problem is, but, you know, something's going on outside. I don't know, but I'm not about to go out there and see. But anyway, KT is here. What's up, KT? You know what the business is. Now, let's get down to business. I said I had to throw that in. What's up, Bino? Zach, I'm with you. Alabama by 1,000,000. That's the way Georgia go feel when we get through playing them. Me too, DSG. I'm ready to see the production on the field. Bino, head of security. He's the secretary of the interior of the long run. He keeps us all straight there. Nick said he's screaming roll tide, but this is going to be fun. So, but DSG, I had to tell you that while it was on my brain, okay, brother. And I wasn't trying to put you out there, big dog. I was just trying to say I'm gonna give credit where credit is due. Yeah, and I appreciate you and Dwight. Hey, y'all look at the background. Y'all give it up for Dwight, the producer, the one, the only, the best on the planet. He comes down when he's bored. I love it when he's bored. I wish some of that boredom would rub off on me. But I will say this. I've got 13. No. I've got 11 more days. 11 more days, y'all. And the school year will be over. And Dwight, I'll be getting with you, bro. Make some changes, do some things, and we're gonna make it happen and make some things go. Okay. And so because I want to do something a lot different. Okay. Thank you. I appreciate you, Dwight. Y'all, that's my brother. That's my dog. That's my dog. That's my dog. All right. Let's get down to business. Y'all are smarter than me. You're much wiser than me. You're better with numbers than I am. So let me ask this question. I'm pretty sure everyone on here, and I want you to put it in the chat, you know, if something went down at your house back in the Gap or not, okay? Here we go. When you all did wrong at your house back when y'all were kids, was your house like mine? Were your parents like mine? Did your parents allow you to impose your own punishment? Did your parents allow you to impose your own punishment? In other words, who did the punishing at your house? Was it your parents, or did you call the shots? Who? Now, I'm gonna tell you what happened at my house. When I did wrong, I'm gonna put it in the way that the late James Brown would say it. Papa didn't cuss. He didn't raise a whole lot of fuss. But when we did wrong, Papa beat the hell out of us. Now that's what James Brown said. Wendell Long, Piano Man, could not impose any sanctions at his crib. When I did wrong, I just want to see it in the chat. Bino said, no, got the brakes beat off me by my mom. I did too. I was wondering, was I by myself? Anybody else had that testimony? Did anybody, I'm talking anybody, did anybody else get it like Bino and I? Okay, now DSG, you talking my language, bro. When it was time to get a whipping, see, they don't talk about that no more. OG Gill, see. OG Gill said grandmama beat everybody. That's the shirt I should have had on. Beat everybody until you get to the right one. Roll Tide, Gill. But when it's time to get a whipping, they made us go get our switch. And if it was small, we had to go get another one. My grandma said that she would go outside and get the switches. Okay, I said all of that. Thank y'all. I stopped getting whippings at 12. Bruh. Okay, Nick. Okay. I ain't gonna say that because, well, I stopped getting whippings at 12 and it just went to beat down because my daddy would, because I still had a mouth on me. But check this out, y'all. Here's the reason for Piano Man's rant today. I want to know how in the world, and Gil, I'm glad you're here, brother, because I need you to chime in on this. I want to know, how in the world did Michigan do the things that they did, but yet it's almost like the NCAA never stepped in and did anything? I don't know if y'all been keeping up with it today or not, but I was reading, unless it's fake news, that Michigan, once again, is self-imposing their own punishment. Self-imposing their own punishment. Gil, can you please explain to me, you, DSG, Nick, any of y'all, KT, Zach, somebody, Dwight, somebody, can you please explain to me how you can actually impose your own punishment and the NCAA buys it? This is just Piano Man's opinion now. This is how I see it. Had that been Alabama, had that been Florida, had that been even Georgia, had that been, I was talking to my little brother, had that even been Jackson State, the NCAA would have come down hard. All this foolishness about the sign stealing and the other stuff, DSG, that Michigan was doing, and the NCAA said absolutely nothing. What are they scared of? Okay, well, Bino, you're going to make the big screen, bro. The NCAA does not have a backbone and scared of being sued. For what? You're the NCAA. What? Are you serious? What are you scared of? If a team did wrong, if a school did wrong, and they broke violations, shouldn't they be punished? I wasn't even gonna say nothing about this, but then, you know, thank you, Gil. Thank you, OG. You shouldn't be allowed to do it. I'm gonna say this. All in favor of Michigan should be stripped of that last championship that they won. Can they say, can I get an amen? Okay, hold up, Gil. Okay, this is what OG Gil said. Hold up, DSG. Don't go nowhere, bro. I want to get to that. But they do it so they can have a lesser punishment. This come from OG. And the NCAA allows people to get away with it. Exactly. OG Gil. Exactly. Y'all, Mr. President himself is here. It's the president. It's Kangaroo Black. My brother. It's the president. What's up, Kangaroo, man? It has been a minute. Piano Man, you know how work goes. You're a school teacher. And then you know how the church thing goes with being minister of music and all that kind of stuff. And so, brother, sometimes I can't I can't be in two places at the same time. But I'm so thankful that you're here, brother. I'm working on trying to get you on because we got a chat going tonight. We talking about this darn Michigan Wolverine and they imposing self sanctions. It's self imposing their sanctions, and DSG hit the nail on the head and said, so basically, here we go. DSG said, so basically, Michigan coach is suspended for 2 games. But DSG, don't be so light, brother. Don't be so light. Basically, the Michigan coach is being suspended by Michigan for 2 games. Yes, you're right. You needed to add that Michigan is the one that's doing the suspended. It's not the NCAA. They're not doing it. They're not doing that, DSG. That's my problem with this. So my question still remains. Why is it that we're still talking about Michigan and nothing is being done about it? But Bino said that because the NCAA doesn't have a spine, they don't have no backbone. My question is, when are you gonna get one? When will you get one? Folks been hollering for years about Alabama's chief, because it's mighty ironic. It's mighty ironic that Michigan is having all these issues, and they were one of the main ones when Coach Saban was coaching. They were one of the main ones hollering that Bama was cheating. That Bama was cheating. I mean, like, come on. And when this thing with NIL, Zach, my brother, I'm with you. I think they are scared. You and Bino saying the same thing. What kangaroo? That's bullshit. Israel should hand down the punishment. If I commit a crime and they let me punish myself, I'm gonna give myself the lightest punishment. The entity, you know what? Kangaroo Black, thank you, sir. Thank you. Thank you. That right there. That right there. It's jive. Look at him. Hey, Kangaroo, they full of more, you know what, than Joe's Thanksgiving turkey. They full of it. I asked the question, Kangaroo Black, right before we started this segment. I asked the question, when we were growing up and we did wrong, who set the punishment in the house? Did we do it or did our parents do it? Because if it was me, I never would have punished myself at all. I would have said, I ain't done nothing wrong. I ain't done nothing wrong. And basically, in Piano Man's opinion, that's what Michigan is saying to the rest of the world, that they didn't do anything wrong, but to appease everybody so that we won't get all this fussing and hell raising and everything, raising all that rigmarole that the old folks used to say. We're just going to suspend ourselves 2 games. But we're not going to take away any games won, and we definitely not going to take the championship away. But yet, you let Jim Harbaugh go on to the LA Chargers. What kind of hocus pocus hold down is this? Thank DSG. If that had been Bama, Georgia, Florida, I even said Jackson State, Alcorn Valley. If that had been Texas, excuse me. Y'all listen. I don't know how old some of you all are, but Kangaroo Black, y'all remember when SMU got the death penalty? They just been back a few years. I'm serious. I am of the firm persuasion that the NCAA imposes sanctions on whom they want to. I'm of that firm persuasion that Bruh, Kangaroo, bruh, you done made the big screen again. You and DSG and Bino and Zach, let that have been Colorado with Dion as head coach. My God, today. And I'm just gonna leave that right there. The doors of the church are open. I'm telling you now. Had that been let thank you, Kangaroo. Let that had been Dion, Coach Prime, do that very thing at Colorado, like right now. I guarantee you the NCAA would have something to say. And I guarantee you, in the word in my Charles Barkley voice, I guarantee that Colorado would out Dion fired on eternal punishment. Sign stealing, and then the Michigan fans are saying it ain't like he committed. Hey, Susan, it ain't like he committed some type of serious crime like breaking in and stealing signs. It doesn't matter. They did wrong. And wrong is supposed to be punished. Wrong is supposed to be addressed. I'm going back to my former statement again. Zach, man, thank you for stopping by. Zach, I don't know. Depends on how good this conversation gets, but man, go handle your business. You know, you're always welcome. I'm glad you're part of a part of us, man. So go do your thing, bro. Go do your thing. Thank you and your wife for coming by. Give your wife my best. And roll tide, brother. But if we're here, come on back through, bro. We just getting warmed up. Okay. All right. Kangaroo says Colorado wouldn't have a program. That's all I'm saying. Alabama wouldn't have had a program. SMU didn't have one. Just being honest with you. It's like they have their picks and their chooses. And this is why the NCAA right now is in the disarray it is. The NCAA is in trouble, folks. I'm just saying. The NCAA is in trouble. And Shedeur Sanders probably go undrafted if Dion had done this. Them NFL owners would hold that over Dion's head. And what's crazy for whatever the reason, hey, Dr. Crystal, roll tide, good to see you. And for whatever, well, I ain't gonna say for whatever the reason, forgive me, slap on the wrist. We all know what the problem was, and I'm just, that's a different subject for a different day. But all I'm gonna say is this right here to in the vein of what DSG is saying, shucks. And all they did was speak their mind about something, and he slipped the fifth. Had this sign stealing been going on with Shedeur and them, and I'm gonna say this, DSG. Let me go on, and y'all might, get me for this here, but they would have held that over Travis Hunter's head too. Yes, they would have. They would have held it over his head. They would have held it over his head. I'm just saying now. All I'm saying is, how does Michigan get away with it? How does Michigan get away with it, Kangaroo Black? How? Why? What does Michigan have on them? You didn't do 4 ball games. 4. All Harbaugh was suspended for, was 4 devilish ball games, and was even able to coach in the championship series. All that stuff should be stripped. All of it. Yes, I'm on a rant tonight because I want to know why. What is it about Michigan that nobody wants to touch them? You got that right, KT. Oh, a time was had. But I'm being serious right now, Dr. Crystal. We're talking about this Michigan and self-imposing these sanctions. I just want to know, what is it about Michigan that nobody wants to touch them? Nobody. I love the way that chat is jumping, man. I love the way you all are interacting with each other. That brings joy to my soul. It really does. It does. To see people, hey, you know. DSG, I got to put that on the big screen, bro. And you know what? And that's life. Not only in this right here, DSG, bro, that's life. That's in life. You know what? Hold up for a minute. I got the president that spoke him. Dr. Crystal, please answer Gil. Please acknowledge Gil. I'm being messy now. Kangaroo Black said, your guess is good as mine, but I'm sure money is involved. It's got to be. Blatant, Kangaroo Black. Blatant, I'm talking about blatant, bruh. Blatant stuff, blatant wrongdoing. Be sharp. The general is here. Be sharp. We on one tonight, man. I'm on one. I'm mad as all get out because I just want to know when they're gonna do something about Michigan. How in the world you impose sanctions on yourself? When I asked the question of B Sharp and Dr. Crystal, I asked the question to start this whole thing, that when we were kids growing up and we did wrong, who imposed the punishment? Did we punish ourselves or did our parents punish us? Who set the punishment? Who said it? I used a James Brown phrase. My daddy didn't cuss and my daddy didn't raise a whole lot of fuss. But when we did wrong, I just said it like James Brown. Papa beat the hell out of us. He did it. Wasn't no self-imposing, no sanction. I wasn't finna lock myself in no room for no week. I was not finna knock myself. Dr. Chris, wait a minute, Dr. Chris, hold up. I got to see that. She said, us, if we had dirt on one of our parents. My mama didn't care if we had dirt. My mama said, what I say go. My mom and daddy was what? The law. Ain't care nothing about no dirt. Kangaroo Black. God, dog. Yeah, Dr. Crystal, that's what Michigan is doing, imposing their own sanctions. And the sanctions is 2 games. 2 games. 2 games. KT, you with me. My mama and my daddy, they told me up. That happened in 23, and here it is, 25, and the punishment you get is to punish yourself. It makes no sense. It makes no doggone sense. It makes no sense. And yet, players are running up there. They giving out all this astronomical amounts of bags of money to these players, and this and that and the third, and yet and still you're coming up here being found guilty of this, that, and the third, and the NCAA does nothing. Nothing happens. You know what, Dr. Crystal, stop. I ain't fooling with you tonight. We'll talk later, Dr. Crystal. I will say this much publicly. It wasn't no blackmail of my parents. If you had dirt, you better keep it to yourself. Because if you spoke on it, the punishment would be, wait a minute, I got to put that on the big screen because I won't. Here we go. If you had dirt, you better keep it to yourself. Because if you spoke on it, the punishment will be worse. You got up to date. You let that dirt be heard. Let me tell you something. I'm going to put it to you like this. I'm going to put it to you like this, Kangaroo. It's some stuff I know right now. I'm talking about like what you just said, what happened back in the Gap. This here happened way back in the quarters, bro. And I'm going to tell you this, B Sharp, it's some things I know that could tear up a lot of stuff. I'd rather keep my mouth shut because, you see, the punishment going to hit me. Something would happen back in the Gap, yeah. But when it comes down to it, Piano Man going to be the one facing that punishment, not them, me. That's why I keep my nose clean. But no, you meant Michigan. Yeah, exactly, Dr. Crystal. I knew what you meant. But that's what they're doing. That's what they're doing. It's like they're blackmailing. I'm with you. It's like they're blackmailing the NCAA. And I asked that question right before you came on, Dr. Crystal. What does Michigan have on the NCAA? I want to know. I want to know. What do they have on the NCAA? That's why I said coming on tonight, I just came on live just to come on because I've got questions. And that's why I said just come on in and we'll talk about it when you get here. Because I want to know, when will this stop? And like DSG said, something we just may never ever know the answer to, but at least give me something. Tell me something. Oh, Susan, they weak. You got that right. They weak as water. Bino said it earlier. They have no backbone. They have no backbone. No backbone. And sooner or later, even this stuff with this NIL and transfer portal and pay for play and scholarships and whatever else, it's going to be so far off the rail here in just a minute till it ain't even going to be funny. I'm telling you. Wait a minute, Dr. Crystal, I'm glad you brought that up. Yeah, he was. He was. Yes, ma'am. And if I'm not mistaken, I'm going to have to go back and look it up. But just the other day, I want to say some higher up at Michigan, some higher up at Michigan took a job somewhere else. Just a couple of days ago. And it came out and I said, something must be coming down the pike. It's got to be. This happened at Michigan a couple of days ago. You know, now let me qualify something because I don't believe every story I read. I don't. But this story was really being pushed the other night on Twitter or X, you know. But I'm telling y'all. Okay, DSG, let me have it. And went to Florida to be with the prayer. Okay. Their president resigned and went to Florida. Okay, there it went. Truth. But something is indeed happening at Michigan. But I'm telling you now, these self-imposed sanctions, that stuff needs to stop. That stuff needs to stop. It needs to stop. If you need to throw the book at them, throw the book at them. And it'll help them not to do it no more. You don't go stealing no signs. I don't give a darn what you was doing. I don't care what it was. You don't do no sign stealing. You don't do that kind of stuff. People, and like I said, I'm gonna back this train up a minute. I'm going way back up in the conversation. And this is the same Jim Harbaugh who accused Nick Saban for years of cheating. And then what do? I see Ebony. What's up, Ebony? Roll Tide. And what do? Jim Harbaugh, you tuck tail and run. And you run to the NFL. You run. And it kind of lets me know that you were in the wrong even before it happened. Apparently you've been doing it, and it was about to come out. And here you are now. And then you're going to leave Sharon Moore, however you pronounce his name, coach, up there now. Now he's got to serve 2 games. Two games for crap that you did. But Dr. Crystal, I'm going to leave that one alone too, because that's a horse of a different color. And something that somebody else did and you taking the rap for it. Yeah, that's what's good. Because basically, that's just Piano Man's opinion now. In Piano Man's little humble, unsolicited opinion, Sharon Moore is taking the rap for something that his old coach did. That's my opinion. Michigan fan, y'all can miss me with all that other foolishness that y'all got going. Y'all can miss me with that. Yes, OG Gill, it should be taken. Wins vacated and everything. Can I tell you something? Wherever this started, at the point that it was started and it was acknowledged and everything, every Michigan win needs to be vacated. Every one of them, including the national championship. It needs to be vacated. That's how I see it. Gidgey, in my opinion, I believe you said it already. Michigan might got something on or know something about the NCAA that no other teams know about. I'm saying it. Yes, sir. DSG. I'm saying it. I am saying it. What do they have on the NCAA? Why is it that the NCAA doesn't have a backbone? Where's the spine at? Who? I'm just saying. Yes, Susan. That's what we're saying. Any other school would be vacated. I'm going back to what Kangaroo Black said, and I wish I could pull it up, but I'm going to repeat it. Let that have been Deion Sanders. And that's all I've got to say. If that was Deion Sanders doing that very thing, that's all I got to say about that. Let that have been Nick Saban. Let that have been Lane Kiffin. Let that have been, I'm just going to even say this, let that have been Mario Cristobal at Miami. Let that have been anybody else. Sure enough, let that have been Kirby Smart. Let that have been T.C. Taylor at Jackson State and see what you got. They don't play. It's not fair. It is not fair what's going on. Just saying now. So I'm just going to ask the question again. 2 questions. Number one, when did this self-imposing of sanctions start? And number 2, when is this foolishness going to stop? When will the foolishness stop? That's all Piano Man want to know. When it's going to stop? And you know what? Wait a minute. And Gil, you brought up, what was that? Deflate Gate. Deflate Gate. When the Saints, when they suspended Sean Payton for a whole year for Bounty Gate, NFL stepped in. Greg Williams just made it back to he came back the next year, and it was a mess. But here's Michigan can do what they did. Susan, yep. Or so it seems. I know that's a sore spot for Georgia, but something had to be done. Something has to be done by what, all I know is this right here. Michigan got away with it. Just before the Super Bowl, exactly, OG Gil. Patriots video recorded, final walkthrough just before the Super Bowl. Ain't got away with nothing. Bino said, and one of the college playoff committee members is the Michigan athlete. Yeah. 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 But like Kangaroo Black said, see, I ain't afraid to say it. Look here, it's some money involved somewhere. So yeah. You're right, Bino. Yeah. Mm-hmm. And that's why I believe that college playoff committee, it needs to be changed. It needs to be changed. The whole system needs to be changed. It really does. It really does. It needs to be changed. If it's not changed, it's some things now that just needs to be changed. Well, Susan, and we know what else walks. Money talks, and we know what else walks. Dr. Crystal, I'm inclined to agree. Go back to the BCS and take the top 12. Leave that top 12 right where, leave that top 12 scheme where it is. But it just needs some stuff needs to change. It's some stuff needs to change. Because this is getting ridiculous. Michigan's doing this. Just saying now. These self-imposed sanctions, 2 years in a row, self-imposed. Self-imposed. All Harbaugh got away with was 4 games. Remember, it was 2 at the beginning, and 2 down the stretch. Harbaugh was there for all the important games, with the exception of 1. And I think DSG, I got to put this on the screen because see, I got something to say. I have something to say about that there. I'm sorry, Pan, please forget me, brother. Have your say. This is a no judgment free zone. We just respect, we just don't go overboard with some stuff. But he said, but they might be up there having one big swinger party. They just might be. And the NCAA and Michigan AD had to sign the non-disclosure agreement to keep quiet about everything. Yeah, that's what them swingers do. That's what swingers do. That's what they do. When you're swinging, everybody comes to an agreement. And at the end of the day, can't nobody get their feelings hurt because you knew what you were signing up for. Now, the reason that I'm going to say something about that right there, DSG, and I want you to remember this because DSG, this involves Georgia. Remember when Georgia played LSU a few years back? Can somebody tell me what happened? Can somebody tell me what happened about a day or two before that game went down? Anybody? Oh yeah, Ebony. That kind of goes without saying, but you can't tell Michigan fans that, But now I'm gonna say this, and I'm gonna put this on out there. Yeah, I'm talking about the SEC championship game when Georgia and LSU played. Can somebody tell me what happened? Like it was either that Friday or that Saturday. Hey, Dwight, you finna producer, you finna make the big screen, don't you? It was pretty close to it, bro. It was pretty close to it. It was pretty close. Pretty close to it, bro. And guess what? Guess what? The NCAA did absolutely nothing. 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 But let that incident had been almost anybody else. That's why I said that the NCAA, just in my opinion, from where I'm sitting. Oh, you good, Nick? You good, bro? You good? We ain't going nowhere. We just, like I said, man, we might be here for a few more minutes. The NCAA chastises who they want, about what they want, when they want. Okay? They do that in that fashion. Heck, I know that somebody will come along and say, well, you can't say if that had been such and such because we don't know. 9 times out of 10, yes, we do. We see how it's going. It's like what Ebony just said about, Michigan and all set up to beat Ohio State and all that kind of stuff. So we really know what's up. When it comes down to certain schools, certain coaches, certain this, that, and the third, certain conferences, yeah, we know what's up. We know what's up. We do. We know what's up. Because there's no way. There's no way, y'all, that you can do just dumb stuff like that, things that are hurtful. There's JB, the governor. There he is. What's up, JB? There's no way that you can just do hurtful things and you impose your own punishment. Like I said, somebody please help me. Somebody please help me. Please help me to understand How does Michigan get away with it? How? How does Michigan get away with it? How is it that they're able to impose and call their own shots and call their own punishment? How? 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 And nothing is done about it. Nothing is done. And I'm gonna tell you this, and I have another reason for bringing this up, because if something is not done, something else of even Dr. Crystal greater proportion and somebody's going to get away with it. You're right, Dr. Crystal, in a 30 for 30 in a few years. By the time can't nobody see the TV and everything, then they're gonna bring it up and Jim Harbaugh say, I didn't do that. And the reason I'm saying it like that is because it be when everybody's old and decrepit. Those of us that remember this in 2023 and 2024, and like Kangaroo Black said, now here we are in 2025, and this foolishness is still going on, and nobody is doing nothing. But Dr. Crystal, you know what? The right, I don't know how to really frame this, but the right person hadn't talked yet. Let's put it like that. And you know what? The NCAA want to treat them like SMU. Exactly. But the right person is going to have to talk. The right person is going to have to talk. Oh, Gil, you know what? Excuse me, y'all. What's up, Gary? Your baby brother right there. Some people win one championship every 15 years, Gil. That's a different subject for a different day, but you're exactly right. Man, don't get me started on that. But I'm just saying, Piano Man is just having a problem digesting this thing about these self-imposed sanctions that Michigan is doing, and like no wins are being vacated. No championship has been stripped of them. Okay. If that's the case, then why y'all do Reggie Bush? But anyway, I know why. Anyway, and you. All I'm gonna say is one of these days, it's got to stop. It's got to stop. Stuff has got to stop. Roll Tide and rise up. What's up? What's up? What's up, Roll Tide? Man, forgive me for not speaking. Forgive me for not speaking. I didn't see you. I got caught up right there in what I was doing. Good to see you, Roll Tide. Good to see you. Good to see you, my friend. Please forgive me. Again, please forgive me for not seeing you. Because I normally catch everybody when they first pop on the screen, but I missed you. But good to see you. Glad you're here. Glad you're here. But we talking about these Michigan, we talking about these Michigan cheating rings. That's what I call them. The cheating rings, sign stealers, whatever you want to call them. And they want to impose their own sanctions. Where they do that at? I wish my mom and daddy would have let me impose my own whipping or my own punishment. I never would have been on it. And basically, that's what you're getting here. And to me, you're telling the rest of the world that it's okay. It's okay to cheat. It's okay to cheat. That's what you're telling them. Now, Dr. Crystal, I'm going to go so I want to go so far and say this about your last statement about SMU. Back in that day when that happened, SMU was very, very powerful. And I'm not just talking about on the football field. I'm talking about behind closed doors. And to a certain degree, that was more of a power move. But NCAA handled business. No, Dr. Crystal, see, there you go. I called Michigan the fighting Sharons. I called Michigan the crying Sharons. There you go. Crying Sharon. We love you, Coach. Come man, sit yourself down. Sit down. Sounds on well. Sit down. Brag about a championship that you cheated and you got. Come on, man. Come on, Michigan. You self-impose your sanctions, but wasn't even supposed to be in there. I'm just saying, man. I'm laughing at Dr. Crystal. I'm with you. I'm with you, sis. I'm with you. I'm with you. I'm with you all the way on that one. That's the one. That's the one you just let it fly. Wait a minute. Okay. Here we go. I'm just saying. Never mind. Never mind. Never mind. I'm with you, Doctor. Never mind. But you crying, but like, let's go back a few years. I'm gonna show. Oh, because here's a good one. Here's a good one. Here's a good one. Y'all remember when the case with Jerry Sandusky came up? The abuse of those boys back in the day. What they do to what did they do? The NCAA stepped in, yeah. But they forced Joe Paterno up out of there. Jerry Sandusky's still in prison. And when they got on there, Joe Paterno's son, we love you, Dad, and we miss you. But Dad should have reported it. That's why they got rid of Dad. And God rest Joe Paterno's soul, but he didn't last too much longer after that. He didn't. There have been instances, because even in that case, they didn't punish Penn State enough. Penn State knew what was going on with them, with Sandusky and them boys. They knew that. They knew. But because they were a powerhouse football team, sweep it under the rug, no harm, no foul, this, that, and the third. But just like I told y'all here a few months ago, I think I said it on my Twitter page, receipts have a way of resurfacing. That's a different subject, but receipts have a way of resurfacing. And that dude didn't go nowhere. I got you, OG Gill, and I believe you too, brother. I believe you too. I want to do something right quick. I'm gonna take about a second. Here, I need somebody in the Keeping It a Buck crew to go find the young lady and Carla. I need Carla to report here as soon as possible. Okay. So she is being summoned to the long run. Uh, OG Gill wants to know, where is she? Uh-huh. What goes on in the dark always comes to the light. Exactly, Bino. This stuff can't keep going on. And like I said, and bringing it back to Bama, people have accused Bama for years and a day of cheating. Y'all done won too many championships. I'm going to tell you this. Even back in the days of Bear Bryant, when I came along, they were hollering cheating then. Cheating. Guys wanted to go play football at Alabama because they were winning. Watch this. Back in the gap, and to a certain degree even now, guys wanted to go play football at Alabama. They wanted to go play football at USC. They wanted to go play football at Oklahoma, Texas, and even though they had some crookedness going on, Penn State, Miami, they wanted to go and play at these different schools. Ohio State, they wanted to go and play at these schools. But all of the schools that I just named, Florida State included, others, check this out. All of them, because they won, and when you win at an exceptional amount, they're always going to accuse you of cheating. Wow. See, and guess what? Gil, I'm gonna put this up there, brother, and I mean no harm. But I want people to understand. Oh no, that ain't what I'm trying to put. There we go. I would try to put that up there, but I mean no harm, Gil. On a recruiting visit, y'all see it. We're talking about Jerry Sandusky. We're using these things as examples that these are the things that the NCAA allowed to go on. It's been happening. And it is getting worse. It's been happening. And when the truth came out about that Sandusky thing, I'm gonna tell you this. I didn't even want. Was a Bama fan, loved my team and all that kind of stuff. But I almost stopped watching college football when that happened. OG Gill, I was working with vulnerable adults, people with challenges, Dr. Crystal. And when that happened, that made me guard my clients, my students, like I felt like a dad. I didn't want nothing to happen to them. Nothing. When that stuff happened at Penn State, that changed all my mindset. But the point that I'm making is that the NCAA really did nothing. They didn't do anything. And so here we are now having this conversation over stuff. Y'all's thundering. Over stuff that should have been done something about. You didn't set no precedent. Yes, Dr. Crystal, it's sad. And it still breaks my heart what happened at Penn State. And now here's Michigan talking about doing some darn self-imposing. And I know and I'm not comparing what Michigan did to what happened at Penn State, because that's in two total different stratospheres. But what I am saying is that the NCAA did nothing. And now here you are, allowing Michigan again to self-impose sanctions. From a scene in one of my favorite movies in Batman, the Joker. How can a man dressed as a bat steal all my pub? And then Joker goes on to say he said he looked at his assistant and said, "This town needs an animal." And then he blew a whistle. NCAA needs an animal because they full of it. And I'm with you, Nick. They're against the Lord. Perverts. But you're messing up the game that I love. I don't know about y'all, but I love college football. Y'all, I'm trying to be serious and keeping it a buck crew over here, sounding like somebody else we know. Carla, where you at? Carla. Can Carla come out and play? Somebody better go. Don't y'all say it. But on the real deal, y'all, somebody better do something about the NCAA. Because like DSG said earlier, it's like they've been at the swingers party. And at a swingers place, everybody signs these little waivers. That what goes on there stays there, and can't nobody get mad because that's the way swingers do. So it's almost like you just got a wang dang doodle going on over there. So I'm just saying. So I had questions, but right quick before I go, I just wanted to hop on here and here we go. Right, a little bit of something on another note. Something we can debate on, and right quick, and y'all, here's the USA Today. Here is the way too early. Here's the way too early college football top 25 rankings after their spring practice and games, and however you want to put it. But here we go. Obviously, number one was Ohio State. Okay. And then number two was Penn State. Number three was Texas. Okay. Then here's Georgia at 4. Clemson was 5th. LSU 6. Notre Dame is 7th. Oregon is 8th. Alabama 9th. Miami 10th. Florida's 11th. Kansas State is 12th. Illinois 13. Tennessee 14. Michigan 15. South Carolina 16. Brigham Young is 17. Louisville is 18. Ole Miss 19. 20th is Iowa State. Arizona State's 21. The 22nd team is Nebraska. 23rd is UNLV. 24th is TCU, and 25th is Oklahoma. And that's how we're looking. Carla. Hey, Carla. That's how the top 25, far as spring goes. That was the top 25 right there, to have Alabama at 9th. I'm going to deal with Carla right quick. But before I do that, Dr. Crystal said this in the words of the great Cat Williams. Anytime they try to convince you of something different than what you're seeing, just know it's a play. Okay? Just know it's a play. And they're trying to convince us of something else. And we all know what the business is as far as Michigan goes. We know this. But sooner or later, something's going to have to break with Michigan. Something's going to have to break with Michigan. Ladies and gentlemen, guys and gals, people and P-Bets, we have in our midst tonight someone who is so elegant, someone who is so nice, someone who is so sweet, and someone who has been missing. Ladies and gentlemen, I'd like to bring, say, a big hearty roll tide to none other than Carla. And Carla is here. Can everybody say hello, Carla? We missed you. Carla, someone, I ain't going to call this person's name, but someone was missing you and they wanted you here. They just wanted to make sure that you were okay because they were missing you. I ain't calling no name. I'm not calling no name. Ain't calling no name. But, you know. Oh, yeah, Carla, you better ask what's up. Somebody was missing you. In the words of Aaron Hall, I miss you. I'm talking to you, baby. See, I wasn't gonna say it. JB put it on out there. He said he was missing. He said he was missing Carla. But anyway, I'm gonna let them figure that out. But in the that was the spring. But in the way too early rankings, now check this out right quick because I know y'all ain't paying no attention to me because Carla and Gil got y'all going. But right quick, in one particular poll, and this one here, this is CBS. But now, and CBS has a couple of polls out and everything. And this is going to be the last thing that I do, and then y'all can go for what you know. But as we all know, Texas is number one. Texas is first. Let me see. And believe it or not, I don't know who they had because it didn't put number two. But guess who they had third, y'all? Miami. Miami is third. They have Miami ahead of Clemson, SMU, Florida State, Louisville, Syracuse, Boston College, all that kind of stuff. But anyway, Miami's third, Ohio State is fourth, Penn State is fifth, Notre Dame sixth, Oregon is seventh, Clemson is eighth. I didn't see who's ninth. Oh, Tennessee's ninth. LSU's 10th. South Carolina's 11th. SMU 12. BYU 13. Bama 14. Some of these, I'm not even going to take the time out to read all of that, but they have, Texas picked number way too early. But right now, Texas is number one. That's who a lot, they're picking. So, but I will say this, but in listening to different podcasts today, different broadcasts and everything, most are very high on Bama. But the thing about it is that because of our lack of depth in areas, if an injury happens, that might be it. That might be it for us. So we have to, we have to pray that our players don't get, that the injury bug doesn't, especially on offense, on that O-line. especially on offense. So we got to pray about that. So now that Carla here, how a team who doesn't win their conference be number one? I'm just asking. JB, just like how can a team who committed crime impose their own sanctions? I'm just asking. How can that happen? See, y'all being messy with Carla. Gil said you was punch drunk. That's why you haven't been around. I told him I'm telling like my grandkids. See, they told it on you, Gil. I didn't say a word. I just said somebody was missing. You know. Hey, OG Gil. Now we all know what the rule is about snitching. The snitch is anyway. We already know what the rule is about snitching. So. Jay, Nick Harden, you black today. All right. Oh Lord Jesus, here we go with the delusional. I'm so glad y'all know what's up. But Susan Thomas Gill is delusional, talking about a fight that didn't even happen yet. Oh. If he recalls, the fight was put on ice until later. He's selling wolf ticket like those guys at the pre-fight. Okay. All right. Okay. Speaking into existence. Okay. A fight that ain't happened yet. Okay. Well, I'm not going to be. Wait a minute. Where is this fight supposed to take place? Because all of us need to be there to see this fight. All of us need to be there to see this fight. Where is it going to take place so I can get my ticket ready? Now, if it's going out the country, my passport should be here within the next few days. See, Gil, they icing your fight. They putting it on ice. They're putting it on ice. Man, we love football. We love to socialize. And now it looks like some folks want to fight. So, oh God. Well, it looked like the fight back on now, Carla. I'm just saying, sis. It looks like the fight is back on. So I just need to know exactly when is the fight. Because somebody tell me when the fight is. Okay. Yeah, all the family needs to be there. We need to be there. So if the fight, so here we go. If the fight is going to be around Atlantic City, I need to know. So I can get my ticket, get my hotel, and all that kind of stuff. If the fight is going to be overseas, just make sure it's after my passport gets here. Because my passport should be here within the next few days. Okay, so somebody just needs to let me know when it can be. If it's going to be overseas, then I need to know. Cause I got my passport up and ready to go. You know, so it is what it is. So if we're gonna have it in let me pull a country out there. If we're gonna have it in Zaire. And everything where George Foreman and Muhammad Ali fought. You know, we need to know this, but my passport is coming. Amen. My passport is coming. So anyway, but y'all, I'm not going to hold you too much longer. I just wanted to hop on because I had some questions. Oh, we're going to have witnesses because, we're going to have witnesses. I've told them keeping it a butt crew along with our friends. Everybody needs to be there to witness the fight. Now, OG Gil, I'm just a podcaster, just trying to do my little job and keep everybody flowing and keep us abreast of what's going on and keeping us entertained. And, I like to entertain my guests and this, that, and the third. But I don't know nothing about all the women trying to jump on you. Let me say, oh, the woman be trying to jump me all the time. Oh, the woman. Well, Carla, I'm going to say this. Carla, we need to stop jumping on OG Gil. He's just one man now. Now, I don't know what you're doing to this man, but the man said you're trying to jump him. We need to come to some type of reconciliation. That's what we need to do. We need to come to some type of reconciliation. There be no fighting in there be no not getting along in my group. We get along over here. Yes, we do. Nothing. I ain't gonna say it. Appreciate it. Gil be saying he don't be starting nothing. But I'm glad everybody stopped by tonight. I just had some questions. I just want to throw it out there. I want to thank everybody for coming. Nick, Susan, Gil, JB, Dr. Crystal, Zach, DSG, KB, B Sharp. I'm glad that everybody stopped by. Ebony, KT, others, all of y'all, everybody. Dwight, my producer. Hey, y'all check that background out. That's the handiwork of Dwight. Gary, stop by. Bino, everybody. Barbados. Now look at him. If we gonna have a fight, Barbados, yes. Y'all ought to be to figure it out while I'm saying yes to Barbados. Oh yeah. Hallelujah. Praise his holy name. But thank everybody for coming. Nick, you're always welcome and everything. And I just hope and pray that everyone just had a good time, just kind of let some steam off. But I'm still hot about this self-sanctioned stuff now. I ain't letting that go for a minute. I might come back on here later on and talk about it. Appreciate it, Carla. Appreciate it. And DSG, just remember what I said. I went back and looked at Georgia's schedule, y'all. I know some folks are writing them off. Don't write them fellas off yet. By the time Alabama, I'm going on record and say this. By the time Alabama plays Georgia, both Alabama and Georgia will be 3-0. You can book it. You can book that. They're going to be 3-0. So we might have a college game day at Athens. So both teams are 3-0. So we all know how the SEC is set up. So that's what I'm looking forward to. But it's a lot of summer left. We got to see what's what and everything. But that's just some of our way too early prediction. But I'm still rolling with my tide no matter what. Okay. So, but again, oh yeah, we need to plan a trip for real. Barbados sounds wonderful. Yes, it does. Oh yeah. All that good stuff. But before I go, nothing. It's serious, but it's not so serious at the same time. Has anyone ever used Ancestry.com? You've used Ancestry and everything. If you have, put in the chat. Because I don't mind sharing. I'm transparent about this, and what I'm about to say, I have a reason for doing what I do. Thank you, Dr. Crystal. Okay, I got you, JB. Okay, Susan. All right, cool. The reason that I'm asking is because, see, I was adopted at birth. I was adopted. My parents adopted me as a baby, and both me and my sister were both adopted. I don't mind saying it. It is what it is. We have the same mom, but we have different dads. But That's still my sister. That's still my road dog. And ain't no half nowhere. I don't believe in that foolishness. She's my sister. Well, I have another sister out there somewhere. I don't know where she is. Now, I was born OG Gill in the state of West Virginia, in Weirton to be exact, which is like uh, 30, anywhere between 32 and 36 miles west of Pittsburgh. So that's why the Steelers are my squad. I was born up that way. And but anyway, I did an ancestry and everything, and I've got all of these fourth cousins. I got enough. Listen, I got fourth cousins that was probably fill up the lower tier of Bryant Denny Stadium at Saban Field. I'm being honest with you, but I was asking this because I want some help in trying to go to the next level with this. And if somebody can help me of how it worked for them, then I can see how to put it out there. But the majority of what I found are fourth cousins, third and second cousins. No first cousins out there anywhere. Because all I'm trying to do is to find my sister. That's all I'm trying to do. To be honest with you, I'm not trying to find my mom. I'm not trying to find my biological dad. I'm not trying to. There was a point at one point that I was, but not now. Right now, I'm just trying to find my sister, my biological sister, and and if I have other nieces and nephews, I want to meet them too, along with my cousins. Okay, so I'll be in touch with y'all to see how I can get this started. But that's the goal right now, is to find my sister that I've never met, uh, and her family, and I'll be good. But now I'm gonna put it to you like this: whomever they be, now they're gonna have to learn how to say roll tide. That's what they're gonna have to learn how to say. They're gonna have to learn how to say roll tide, and then we'll go from there. But thank y'all for listening to me. But again, thank you everybody for coming. Uh, Love you too, big dog. Love y'all too. Even if I don't, I'm blessed. I'm blessed with y'all. Y'all stuck with me, man. We stuck with each other. That's what that's all about. We stuck with each other. And so it is what it is. But I just hope and pray that, wherever this Gil and Carla fiasco go take place, if it take place in Barbados, I will be most thankful. JB said Barbados. Thank you, nephew. I will be thankful. I don't know how much of the fight I'll be seeing, but I'll be thankful. Listen, if you can't laugh sometime, there's something wrong with you. There's something wrong with you if you can't laugh sometime. But JB, I ain't laughing, bro. If that take place in Barbados, y'all just let me know when the fiasco gonna be there, and I will try my best to be there, because I'm gonna be enjoying the sights. I got my passport. I'm ready to go. I'm ready to go. Ready to go. Because when I go to Washington here in the next little bit, around Tacoma and everywhere, I'm going over there to Canada for a little while and just kind of chill out. Because that end of Canada I've never been to, so I'm excited about going. Well, JB, I'll be with you. We're gonna be. Yeah, Barbados is beautiful, and I want to go. I want to go wherever it's beautiful. Piano Man wants to be there where beautiful is. Hey, now, sure do. Well, ladies, of the group, start the planning, and we're gonna be there. Now listen, I'm finna put this out here. I don't give a rat's. I don't care if Joe's Thanksgiving turkey ain't showing up till next Mother's Day. Let me tell you something. What we not gonna do, ain't nobody. We ain't pushing no merchandise. We just trying to go on a trip and all that kind of stuff. And that's what we gonna do. Paying your money for your trip, that's merchandise enough. Buy your merchandise when you get over yonder. Ain't gonna be no merchant. No. So y'all, I'm definitely down for the vacation. Ladies, plan the trip, please. Let's get it, so everybody can get your bank up, and let's go. And we can, and we want to extend this to the family. What you mad about, Susan? No merch, Dr. Crystal. No merch. We ain't raising no merch. Oh, ma'am. No merchandise. No merchandise. Buy the merch in Barbados. No merchandise. I've said it before. I'm gonna say it again. No merch. No merch. We're gonna do it. We can pay our own ticket, right? Pay your own ticket. JB, I need you to write everything that you just said. I need that written again in all caps, please. Your own ticket. Don't call me asking me for nothing. Pay your own ticket. When these ladies start working this trip up, I'm serious. Listen, I'm gonna tell you how serious I am. I'm serious as Chinese arithmetic. I'm serious. Let's get this plan. Let's go. Let's hang out with JB and his family in Barbados. I will say this, JB, if you can, I need you to make sure that I have oxtails every day. And curry goat. Wait a minute, Dr. Crystal. Hold up. That part. Nobody holding no money. Nobody. Oh, I almost said something ugly right there, man. Ain't nobody holding up. You know what? Wait a minute. I'm putting that back up there. Read it again now. Do not ask to hold the money. Ain't no treasure. Okay. I'm just saying now. Are we understood? Wait a minute. Hold up. I'm putting that up there one more time. Nobody holding no money. Okay, I think we got the picture. I think we got it now. Ain't nobody holding no money now. Because I'm telling you now, there ain't gonna be no misunderstanding. That's all Piano Man saying. So let's get this together. Stop talking about it, let's be about it. Yeah, if there's it, buy your own t-shirt, socks, shoes, and anything else that go with it, but there will be no merch sold by Piano Man. No merch. Yeah, I'm saying it. I don't give a hoot who get mad. We ain't having none of that who shot to John. There ain't nobody gonna do that. All that rigmarole. That's what I told my students today. I don't want to hear all that rigmarole. I don't want to hear that. No, sir, no, ma'am. I would love for the other part of the family. And what I mean by that is, KB and Coach Sean and Ty Hayes and B Sharp, all them cats. I want us to all hang out at JB house. and go get your own pet. Thank you, Dr. Crystal. I can't stress this enough. Get your own passport. Get your own. The key word, hey, Dr. Crystal, I need you to do me a favor, dear. Do me a favor. You say where it says get your own passport. I want your own passport in all caps. I need you to repeat that, please. Your own. I need you to repeat that. I want everybody involved now. If we're going to do this, these are some of the stipulations. No merch. No merch. Ain't nobody holding no money. And get your own passport. Okay? Thank you, OG Gil. Mine should be here in a few days. Oh, wait a minute. Cause we ain't bought, we ain't loaning, so don't ask. Your own money to spend while traveling. Your own money. Well, you know what? You know what? Well, since y'all putting this in the link, in the chat, I'm gonna put this in the chat. Here we go. There we go. All right. Now that is right there. Now, piano man that spoke. That's all I got to say. Right there. And no, they will not let you put the room in your mama name and your daddy name and in your great grandma name. And look at him. And let me tell you something else. And what we ain't gonna do, we ain't putting the room in the name of somebody who's deceased. We ain't doing that either. Now, I'm just saying. I ain't being petty, Carla. I'm being as real as I can be. I'm sick of all this freeload, everything. And another thing, Dr. Crystal, hey, check this out. And look him. And if you gonna be a wet blanket, what you call that? A party pooper, stay your end home. Stay home. I'm just saying now, we're gonna walk this plan all the way out, starting the fifth month on the 6th day of the 5th month in 2025. I'm just saying. If we going to Barbados, we ain't going over there and freeloading off of JB folks. And you darn sure ain't gonna be freeloading off of me. Nope, and that'll be a no. Okay, so if you ain't got no money, get a job. Ain't nobody gonna be holding no money. Won't be no merch sold. Get your own passport. Pay for your own room in your own name. Not your great grandma who ain't been here since 1868. Okay? And no green dot cards. No, Matter of fact, no green dot. We're not accepting green dot. We want a real driver license. A real one. we want the real driver license, the one with the star up there. Look at him. And don't come in with no old driver license. Come talking about I ain't got it. No, that just means your stuff suspended. You ain't got it. So tell the truth and shame the devil. I'm just saying, So if we going to Barbados, I don't care where we going. But Barbados sounds good to me. Hey, my. Be sure. Listen, We got to let Uncle Jay in on this too. You know, all that good stuff. Got to make sure that the family there, you see. I may need at least 50 for an Uber to the airport. Well, we're going to do something. That's right, Carla. Starting tomorrow, you can't fly without the real Star ID starting tomorrow. So, Gil, we going to make it happen. I'm serious, y'all. I'm serious as it's thundering outside. You got to have that star or no plane board. Hear that? No plane, no star, no plane. Okay? So we're gonna be in touch. I want everybody to go. I'm serious. But Barbados, so ladies, whomever is in charge of this, let's get it going. Let's pick out a date, keeping it a butt crew. You know what we gonna do. We already gonna talk about it and everything. And so whoever's interested in going, but let it be known now. But let it be known. You are on your own for paying for your stuff, and we ain't having no shirts and stuff like that made. We're not doing that. We're going on our own. Everybody going, just have a good time. And listen. And if you're bringing somebody with you, that's your business. That's your business. But there can't be no stick in the mud now. We coming to have a good time. That's right. That's right. So whoever puts this together, whenever you put it together, just get a date so I can go ahead and start setting things aside. That's all I need. Okay. And I'll go ahead and begin to put whatever trip how it let's say it like this. Whatever travel agency that we're gonna use that y'all suggest that we use, let's go for it. Let's go for it. I don't want us dragging our feet. Let's go for it. And so we can, okay? So you right there, Carla. Turn ain't the word. I got you, Gil. Same as me. I'm coming along. I'm coming along. So I got you, bro. So let's plan a trip. Barbados. JB said Barbados. That'll work for me. Barbados is big. Dr. Crystal said Barbados is beautiful. JB said that's where his folks are from. Let's go visit JB's folks. Let's go visit. His family is our family. So it is what it is. So again, thank you everybody for stopping by tonight. So ladies, whomever, Piano Man ain't gonna plan nothing. Y'all tell me what to do. Remember, y'all the mods, and I don't be rubbing y'all nose in this, but I trust y'all. I trust you. I value you. I love you and everything. But when it comes down to stuff like this, I want y'all to do it. And whichever way y'all say, I'm Piano Man just gonna show up. I'm gonna show up. When you said Barbados, ooh, I feel like Felipe Win in the song One of a Kind Love Affair, when they said to make a blind man talk about seeing again. OG Gil, you see what Carter talking smack now. Okay, OG Gil, you see this, don't you? I'm just saying what I'm saying. You see Susan, don't you? They come talking about they're gonna bring 3 people, me, myself, and I. Susan, don't get me started on you. Don't get me started on you, Susan. Oh my goodness. But y'all have a great night. That Gil Cruz, stop making all that noise, please. Oh. Y'all, I'm finna go. Going in here. And before I go, OG Gil, you would be pleased to know I have not had a Mountain Dew, my brother, in a few days now. In a few days, so I've done well. No sweet tea either, Susan. No Mountain Dew, no sweet tea. So anyway, y'all have a great night, and just remember, uh, y'all are the tops. Again, thank you. Love you too, Carla. Love all of you all. Gil, Carla, Susan, all the Keeping It a Buck crew, JB. And you know what? I'm going to say this, JB and all the crew from Barbados, we love y'all. Bino, Dwight, Dr. Crystal, all of y'all. Thank y'all for coming. Thank y'all for coming. And thank you for stopping by. And we're going to be back on real soon. But I have 11 more days of school left, and then it's going to be on like folks. Dwight, thank you for the new background, my brother. That's my producer. That's my Ace Boom Coon. And the Lord willing, I'll talk to y'all soon. Y'all have a great night. And as always, roll tide, and I will see you soon. Good night.